Greetings, everyone. I am Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to Vintage Story. Today, we're going to get pathological. Yep, we're going to work on the paths between all of our buildings. Oh, I didn't change the... Hold, please. I got excited about... How do I go to this? Can I go here? Hopefully, I think I can do this while we're live. Edit the thing and give you the thumbnail I made for this. Ah, no, I had such a great one. There we go. Yes, save. Hopefully that does the thing while we're live. Can't imagine it not. There we go. Hopefully. Also, is it me or is the music really loud? I don't know. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So far. I'm having a great day. Because I'm playing Vintage Story with y'all. Can we go back to the game? Hello? There we go. We're sitting here on our new porch. Our barbecue porch, I guess I should call it. It's where we smoke and bake bread. Smoke meat and bake bread. Okay, we have a lot to do today. I've written some of it down. But mostly we're going to work on paths, and then we are going to move our cattail farm, which I have already ripped the cattails out of the ground. And went and got another stack of them. So actually let me get the things I need for that as well. I was making screenshots. Hold please. What is it? There. Nice. I'm about to produce all of the streams as short form videos. So I was running around the world taking screenshots. They're not going to match my seasons, but, you know, it'll be fine. What am I getting? Okay, basement redo. Oh, I think we want to do gravel for... I have granite and conglomerate. Do I have any dark gravel? I mean, conglomerate's fine. And then maybe... granite. We'll pick one of those too. What is our, That's why we need paths. What is our farm on? You're on sandstone gravel. Do I have any more of that? Wow, the bees are loud today. Also, because I was taking screenshots at spawn, I went and there was like 5 pieces of aged wooden fence there still. So our fence now matches on the side. I really thought I had... Yeah, let's do sandstone gravel. Maybe we'll use a conglomerate surround. And... path blocks, we're going to go super simple with paths. Because the path blocks are so pretty. Like, the hardest part is just where to put the blocks that make the level change. So, I have a handful of stair and slab. Maybe we do something like... I feel like that needs to go away. Can we do that? Is that weird? I feel like that would happen here. Right? Nope. And then we would be down to a regular path block level here, right? Probably gonna have to make a bunch of this. I do not think 100 is going to get us all the way to all the paths. Do, do, do. But this should get us to the smithy. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Yay! Why does it... It's so funny that places feel closer once there's a path between them. I don't... Is that just me? I don't know. Also, this path over here is going to be fun. I want to make us a path to the bees that goes... We need to make a little tiny bridge over our stream here. We'll work on it in a minute. Let's do the cattails so they can potentially be growing. So I just made 2 holes in the ground. Woo. This was all peat. So we now have like an extra 1,500 peat. I've dug out most of it. There's still remnants here. That's okay. Let's do... What do we like? Do we like the conglomerate or the granite better? With the sandstone. I think I like the conglomerate. I do. Wow, hold on. For me, the music is very loud this morning. 1 second. Maybe it's just game sounds. I mean, it's pretty normal. Hello? Why can't I pick you? Hello? Yeah, gaming, that's right. Maybe we'll just turn the whole game sounds down. That'll work. Okay, we like conglomerate. The idea is to make a border of the conglomerates and then plant the cattails on the sandstone. There's nothing more satisfying on a Saturday morning than placing blocks. We'll see. Let's go ahead and plant these guys. And when I get to 64, I counted, but I was tired last night. And I don't know if we need it to be one longer or if I got the right length of the beds. We're down to 72. 2, 3, 4. I got it right. Look at that. Amazing. Okay. That way, when we come out here and harvest, we will have exactly 2 stacks. Also, it's going to be November tomorrow in game. Because I spent an in-game day getting ready for all this shenanigans. But that's okay. Still feel a little discombobulated by not getting my thumbnail loaded before stream. Normally I'm very good about like follow the list of all the things I have to do. I have a little sticky note on my monitor that says sound, browser, OBS, thumbnail, description, mic in your face, let's go. That's my streaming checklist. A number of times I have forgotten to turn on my sound mixer. Too many. And I think after all the sound shenanigans from yesterday... Look at that! This is low fertility soil. I don't know if there's a difference in the grassiness between the low fert and the medium fert. I guess not. Like, there's a difference in the color on the edge. I worried because I have used a mixture. Because that's what we have available. But I think it'll be okay. Now I need some little oil lanterns out here, possibly. Okay, path shenanigans. Wow, yeah, we're gonna need more path. Let's see. I prepared for that. I have granite stone. I don't think I want to make all those. We'll just make half. Also, do I have food? I do. Nom nom. What else did I do? I think I processed a bunch of copper. Yes, yes. Because I would like to make a bazillion nails and strips, because I would like to work on the storage room. Storage room slash bedroom. Because it's probably time for us to stop sleeping in the basement. Just, you know, because... Should I do another mass of copper? I feel like I should. Look at all that ridiculous copper. All the copper. And working on paths is a great thing to do while it cooks. Let's see. If I have you. That gets us to 1920. I have exactly 20 ingot molds. It's almost like I planned it. Put you in there and light you. We just have so much copper, and it's a great great way to do the cheap things like the nails and strips. Okay, let's think about what am I going to make this bridge out of? It needs to be not really a bridge. It needs to be like, you know, when people set a couple of... Maybe we just chisel it out of a couple of solid blocks. Just needs to be like a little... Like when somebody lays a board across a waterway to walk over. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Where it doesn't interfere with the water. So logs. Maybe let's use the quarter logs on their side and chisel them down. Or should we do it out of the aged wood? You know what? I'm going to use some solid aged wood planks and we're going to chisel it down. Chisel it down. Let's grab a hammer. Grab a hammer while we're here. Okay, so it's going to be path block. And I'll set that down so we can see. So we're going from path block to path block. I'm just going to use all that I have right there. And probably need to move these guys. Y'all can go there. And then 2. Maybe it doesn't quite make it all the way across. So if I put dirt here, then I can make my boards. Can I press you against that? Yes. I need one more. Are you kidding, game? Okay. We'll see if I can get underneath this. I might have to do this up in the air and then move the pieces. Because I'd like there to be a little arch. And maybe, do we need these two? I don't know that we need those two. Well, yeah, we do. We need it kind of like that. Pardon me. Like just a super little... Oh my god, get out of there. Little low, like just tiny thing. Well, let's try. I should be able to sit down in the water if I need to chisel stuff off. Right? She says confidently. But not really. Oh, let's go put real fuel in our copper. Since I'm sure it's gotten up to temperature by now. Very close. There we go. 800, it's not bad. Can go from there. Ooh, that lantern is so bright. It's so bright. Okay, well, we definitely want to take off the top layer. Are we going to get that high even? I don't think so. Can maybe in the middle. So let's just start here. Like maybe right at the middle we would get a little bit higher. Something, something. Okay. And then like you laid down some boards and they've gotten a little bit rickety over time. Just kind of free-handed chiseling. I'm not counting anything. I'm just like looking at this shape. And I'm probably going to end up pushing a lot of this back to make more of a curve. And I think working in this size will work. We'll see. I definitely don't want to trip us up when we like step on this. Oop. Seems a little high, doesn't it? Maybe it'll feel different when we knock out the underside. It's a little thick. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go up this high after all. It was worth looking at. It just feels too chonky for such a little space. So theoretically, we could have used slabs here. And maybe I'll build up little, like, fake railings on the side with the space that we have. But yeah, that's better. Muchas better. Okay, let's take these. Boop. Give me that. Take these back a little more. Saturday chiseling. Elizabeth, good morning, my dear. Demos, guten Tag. Konnichiwa. What's good morning in French? Bonsoir is good night. Bonjour. Guten Tag. My mother is the better German speaker of us. I know nothing. I know nothing. We're chiseling. Elizabeth says she's just playing a game and decided to watch me. That's fantastic. We'd love to have you. We'll just play a game together. That's literally what my friends and I, that's all we do is sit around in silence, play games together on Discord. I can't be alone in that, right? Everybody's got a friends group like that. Gamers have friends groups like that. I love it. You may come into my stream anytime and play games while you listen or watch. That's how I watch streams. Like, really? That's my favorite. Of course, I'm usually watching them after the fact. It's rare that I catch people live. So there are a few exceptions to that. Depends on when they stream. I don't know what this is. This is like, I feel like that's still too thick, but maybe what'll help. I really should have built this above ground. Okay, I'm going to regret this probably. Okay, we'll only have to replace 2 blocks of water. But I can't. I can be pushed back here, but I can't do this and be pushed back. Where's my bucket? The running water is not conducive to chiseling. Damo says you love Vintage Stories chiseling mechanic. The only thing you ever chiseled was... I hear you. That... now you want to chisel not family-friendly things. That's fantastic. Hey, I like your server. I mean, who's on your server? That's my kind of gang. To design your admin's town hall. That's even better. How are we doing here? It's doing a thing. Where did I put that extra chisel I made? I think it's in the house. I knew we were going to work through the copper one. I didn't know it'd be so fast. There it is. Oh, it's in my hand. Idjit. Let me out. There we go. The chiseling mechanic is... I'm gonna say, is it my favorite thing? It probably is my favorite thing. I think it might have to be number one. There's the ambiance, the gameplay, all the details of constructing and doing different things. But the chiseling mechanic is, as a builder, that's the best thing in the game. The fact that it's built in, right? Can I sit? Sit. Go. We're just like, I'm just like not finessing this at all. This is just cut this away and see what happens. And then let's maybe do a little bit more of a... This is like Grandpa got out here with some scraps from the barn, right? Like 40 years ago. And they've just been making do and patching, and everybody's like, oh, the bridge wobbles when you step on it, but it hadn't killed anybody yet. And like, what's gonna happen? Are you gonna break an ankle? Like, it's not like it's that dangerous. Okay, and then I want to round the edge, like it should not be perfect. Oh, never mind. Mistakes were made. Hold on. I don't, you know what? I think I do need a, y'all are going to laugh. I need a block here. Nope. Give me that. Nope. And I only need it for like, not even a handful of pixels. There we go. Just like cut this away. There we go. Elizabeth says, building is what you were doing for the last 2 hours. You're moving your base. Ooh. What's your new base location? I am a frequent mover of bases. Because I'll settle somewhere and be like, this is pretty, this is fine. And then, you know, 200 hours into a server, I'll be like, nope, this is my new home. This is it. This is where I'm living. Are you moving for location or for aesthetics? Oh, please say aesthetics. It's my jam. I'm trying to leave this bush here. It's also going to serve two purposes. It's going to hide my mistakes. I should have named this baby bridge chiseling. Yes, I want it to look like it might actually fall over any minute. It's good. I think it's still too tall. You know what would come in handy is the planer. Have I made a planer? I don't think I've made a planer. We're playing Valheim. Nice little island in Valheim with a black forest and a plains close. Okay, that is a very legitimate reason to move. I am struggling with what... I want to add another game to my rotation. And I'm torn. I could do a fast playthrough of Ark Ragnarok. Like vanilla plus mods. But I'm dying to do some Valheim because I know that the Northlands are coming soon, right? Or maybe if they're not soon, I would have a few months to get. I haven't even gotten to the Mistlands yet. Like in terms of all my playthroughs. And of course I haven't streamed any of that. That's just me personally. You got, Black Forest, Plains, and Swamp. That's perfect. I love finding base locations that have like just a little tiny snippet of swamp near them, if I can. Like definitely Black Forest and although I'm not the Black Forest music, not so much. It depends. Is that gonna make it look broken? No, that looks good. I'm trying for a little more rickety than I'm achieving here. We like the rickety. So let's work on the outside slope. Yeah, and then I think if we bring these in like that. Yeah, it's better, getting there. I think I might end up doing Valheim. I love Valheim. It's one of those where it just makes me happy logging into the game. I feel the same way about Vintage Story too. I'm always so excited to get to my Vintage Story streams. Nope, too much. Took off too much. I like it feeling like it has a landing place there. Okay, I could spend like days doing crazy things to this. Let's rough up this side a little more because I feel like it's not as chaotic as the other one. I take it you're moving. Are you moving through portals or are you moving with your boat? I think I moved using a boat. I don't think we had the mod that lets you. I've never played Valheim with mods. There you go. That's a shocker. I need to figure out how to do that. Because I'm sure there are a number of QOL things that would be nice. That's pretty good. I like our arch on this side better than this side. Probably because I took too much off here. Oh, you don't want to expand that, really? That's cool. Okay, I'm done. That is strange little board bridge. Whoop. And then I think if I break these, our waterfall comes back. Yeah. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I think our copper is ready to pour. Both as you have metal to move. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I have all my Valheim base moves have been with, I mean, clearly with boats, because it's usually like on the other side of the map. Hello? Are you not cold enough? Hot enough? Sometimes, if it sits too long, It gets unhappy about pouring. I don't know what it is. I thought it was because last time this happened, I thought it's because I went out of render, but like you're molten. Come on. There we go. Oh, maybe it had cooled down. But that's weird. You still had charcoal. You have all 3 merchants close to you as well. Yep. That's a key. Yeah, I usually do super fast starter base in the meadow, right? And then find somewhere along a shore to do, you know, not starter, but well-established first base. Close to a black forest, like right on the edge or near enough, so you can do all the copper things. And then, like, the entire time I'm playing, I'm looking for a permanent base place. Okay, we'll let that cool off. I feel like I should... We gotta finish paths, but I'm gonna do a little smithing. Like, start on the massive amounts of nails and strips. Do-do. You're both lit? Yes. I still think my little... like, the front of this is a little too thick for practical purposes. Next time I might... shave the top of the workstations down so I can reach these guys. Like, I guess I'm not going to end up putting anything on here. I had visions of being able to set things on the edges, but the reality is that they are a little too tall. Like, it makes it hard to reach. She says she just chisels them away. Maybe we'll leave the one in the middle. Well, it's not that I can't reach, it's that I can't see that I'm reaching. And there's something about that that bothers me. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, everything's a work in progress. Always, always, always. We need you. Okay, and I can catch up with chat. I love the Valheim. I think one of my favorite things about Valheim that is very similar in Vintage Story is that there is nothing there to rush you. So if you want to spend like 100 days in the Bronze Age gathering resources and building and doing and whatever, that there's no pressure to move on, really. I usually only move on when I'm like, okay, I really need, because least favorite biome, no surprise, swamp. When I'm ready to slog through the swamps for iron. And it's usually building related, right? Because we don't get stone till we get iron, right? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. And I have to have stone to do any kind of normal build. So yeah, I usually rush Eikther and the Black Forest boss because they're easy. I don't ever rush Bone Mass because who wants trolls? Ha ha ha. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Pardon me, cut. A little bit coughing fit this morning. Really? Give me that. I've had snafus with smithing. It's probably because my anvil is on an angle. I should probably fix that. Okay, these are going to be for all the chests. That upstairs area, I just want a little nook to put the bed and a chest in, maybe. And then some well-organized bulk storage. Because I think I'm ready to get those chests out of the main area. For now. And I think I'm going to make the ornamental chests that are the single block size, but they hold 28 stacks. Because one big chest holds 36. But 2 of the little chests, they each hold 28. So that's more. Kirkalicious, how are you this morning, my friend? I have a stream that's working and the sound is on and chat's up. I'm so excited. Everything turned on so easy this morning. We're making paths today. Right now I'm smithing some nails and strips so that I can make chests later. I really don't think 32 is enough, but that's what we're going to start with. I think I have maybe 8 up in the metal chest. We'll go see while I put these away. In we go. Okay, I have 5. I have 8 bronze ones. Don't ask me why I made nails and strips out of bronze. I was tired. Dooloop, dooloop. Okay, we definitely need more granite stone. I thought a couple stacks would be plenty to make paths. The answer is no. We're also going to turn our basement into not a rammed earth basement anymore today. That's my big goal. Not just the paths, but to do the basement reno. Let's make that. And save a handful in case we need more steps and stairs. I'm going to fall in there one of these days. Okay, path to the bees complete. Except that we should make you guys dirt and stairs, right? Sure. Dum, dum, dum. This actually shouldn't take long. It's really more do we have the materials to do it? Pretty sure we do. Okay, why do I feel compelled to make that so big? I will probably need to get more dirt. Wow. Did I think I needed that because I was turning this corner? Probably. Oops. More dirt is needed. Already. I don't know why I always grossly underestimate the amount of resources it takes to make the path blocks. Wrong button. There, let's use the crappy dirt. From all my digging and landscaping and doing. There we go. Okay, you just need that. And then I think it makes sense to step up where, like maybe here. Yes, that's good. And then this is just a long, boring straight line to the pigs, but you know. Everything can't always be fancy all the time. Sometimes you just got to be practical. And put the path down so you can run between your buildings. Also, I've noticed that putting paths in makes areas feel more civilized and safe. We have baby pigs! Mama had babies, look! 4 new biddies. Yes, you're Gen 1. They're so cute. Okay, hopefully we got a boar out of that. If not, we'll save our Papa Boar. That's exciting. We have baby pigs. I love it. Yeah, that looks nice. I think with those. And the cattails were just like too much in the way. They just needed to be out in the farm area. If you know what I mean. Okay, this should probably be... That's just awkward, Winnie. Why would you do that? Let's see. I feel like this would be over one. There's more of that peat. I missed. A little bit crooked. Maybe you would be a path block and you would be a path block. Maybe you wouldn't be a path block. Sometimes it's about what does the shape look like. Oh my goodness. Almost. We're almost there, I think, because I think that's the last bit that I had dug out for paths. For now. Goody goody. Goody goody goody. Granite. I decided we needed to... I'm going to have to put a fence there. Or something. I realized that my instinct is to just... I want to just run off the edge of this. I'll get used to it. Okay. More dirt. More pathing. Two more path blocks. See what I did here? I just cut a hole in our kiln room. We'll put a door in there. Maybe one of those cool doors that we stole. You know, maybe this would work if I would add another... Move this back one. Because I don't need to go in here that often. Maybe that could be an actual staircase with doors or something that goes down. Like a cellar. Maybe mine shaft doors. Oops. Maybe. Okay, we're done with the sand. For the moment. For the moment. We need food because I'm out in my inventory. Where was I putting path blocks? Probably in with dirt. Yes. And I have stolen the bucket from the leatherworking. Okay, speaking of leather. Oh, 8 more leather. Nice. And I realized yesterday after we signed off, I have 18 leather. I'm processing our other leather. So let me get... Oh, the other thing I want to do is make leaded windows. Let me use this like a project box. But to replace stuff with... to replace our backpacks, we need an empty inventory. Otherwise, it's a nightmare. All my traveling stuff. Wow, I realized that is painful to watch. One little thing at a time. Da, da, da. And let's put our cooking stuff down. And our hammer somewhere. I can remember it. There we go. Chisel. Don't know. I don't know why I always bring the tongs with me. They are forever being stored in weird places. And the peat can go in here. Yay. Okay. Here we go. New backpacks for the win. Da, 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 da. You can go there. You can go there. And then I can make some of this. Okay. I think we just can do the simple leather backpack. And we may have enough for 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I'm so excited about this. Okay. So if we put you there and you there and you there. We have a scrolling inventory. Holy Toledo. I think that gives us... Remember, I have inventory spaces doubled for vanilla things. Just to ×2. Because nobody's got time for inventory management issues. I'm sorry. And the sacks, I'm going to put them in here. I'll sell them to our local... Oops. I'll sell them to our trader for a gear or something at some point. That's good. Okay, so we only need another handful of leather to make our final backpack, which we'll be stuck on for a while. Eventually, I will make sturdy leather and do the sturdy backpack, but that's far down the road, I think. Right now, let's do food. What do we have? I have a lot of rotten meat that needs to go be put in the spoiling bin, but I do have some fish. Let's make fish stew again. What's my nutrition like right now? We do need more fruit. Okay, let's save our fish and do porridge with fruit topping because I think all of our berries are ripe. And I'm going to... Okay, I need to make another... The method of my madness. I'm going to make one of these little reed chests. And we're going to stick it outside because it has an increased... if we look at it, food perish speed. Like, food expires much faster in it. And this is going to be our rot chest. Right? Probably maybe should have put it over here. No, we're going to put you. We'll put you down here, maybe. Yeah. That makes sense. It's our compost bin, if you will. And I wanted to make pies as well today, possibly. Let's harvest our blueberries. I know. I'm working on it. Here, have a blueberry. Tide you over while I'm cooking. I also may have some prepared food already in the larder. Do 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 do. Okay, we got the paths done. We are pathologically complete. Aha, aha. The other thing we're going to do with the berries is definitely harvest them before freezing things happen, so we don't lose them. Need to do the bees as well today. I think that'll be our last bee harvest for the year. Honey harvest. Okay, let's do a little porridge with mashed blueberries, and all my stuff is in here. So give me back my staples, and then the stuff we want to work on, which is windows and things. There we go. Mostly so I have a torch to light the fire. That's the one I put food in. Yes, yes. Good. Good job. Keep our bowl. There's our bucket. Okay, we can do this while that cooks. I want to make leaded windows for upstairs, and specifically oak leaded windows, because we have a whole bunch of lead that I processed, and I don't think we need a ton. Half a stack should do. I think I was keeping that in there and that in there. There we go. Because these are aged, but we have nothing up here. Do, do, do. Ah. I'm not sure why we're not getting the house buff. Probably because of this hole. That's okay. And I left the railing up here as pine, despite the rest of the railing on the house being the aged down there. Like maybe this was a new addition. And we'll put like a little table and chairs and, you know, something fun and living room-ish. Okay, and then we'll put vessels all along the stairway for things. And then my real thought is, how do I divide this space so that there is storage and a nook, an alcove for a bedroom. So I'm thinking the bed can go over here with some kind of divider wall here, and then like have room for a couple of rows of chests here, like long ways. I think that'll work. It's gonna have to work. Okay, there's our delicious, what are we eating? Spelt porridge with mashed blueberries. Delicious. That's not too bad at all. We'll put you in there. Nice. And put our extra windows up. Have glass on these. I'd like to replace these with the leaded. Like so. Nope. Yay! And they don't look that much different. The oak doesn't look that much different from the aged. If you're wondering why I picked that. Glass can go in there. Y'all can just live in there for a minute. Very nice, very nice. Okay, basement. I think we want to do it in the granite. Like stairs, walls, everything. Because we already have the ceiling. I think that is the ceiling to our kitchen. Because I didn't make the basement very deep. Yeah, okay. So can't get too fancy there. Not too fancy. We just need to grab granite. We'll maybe use the fanned conglomerate for the floor. And I'm going to grab a bunch of the ashlar. I am out of granite slabs. I turned them all into cobblestone and other things. I have 3 rock left. And we have a bunch of stone, but I no longer have slabs to grab things from. We'll take the dry stone. Take the skulls. Maybe we can hide the skull ones in there somewhere. I also want to replace our basement door. Is it aged? No, it's maple, because that's what I had. Yuck. There. I love the aged doors. And let me go slap this other one on the kiln room. But can't jump over the fence. Give us another opportunity to admire our smithy. There we go. Nice. Very nice. And I'm going to, of course, pick up the copper while I'm in here. Lots of base time today, but I think the building is fun. I really like the side porch edition. And I added firewood, right? So we could like get them all loaded with firewood and ready to go. That's so cool. Oops, I would like to carry firewood with me though. Okay, let's put this door away and head down into the basement to cause some chaos. So we'll just start by replacing the stairs. She says nonchalantly. Oh, I see. Nope. Very good, very good. And then you should probably be Chert Ashlar. Can I do that? Barely. I can make 2. That's hilarious. Okay. I think that's all we're gonna need. She says, hopefully, this one is going to be that because it matches, and then that'll be whatever we decide the wall's gonna be. Okay, which I believe is gonna be granite, but I think from up here, let's do the dry stone. Oh, I don't have any of the, oh yeah, that's right, because we don't have the masonry block. That's fine. Just a mix of the dry stone and the cobble, which is probably what the walls are going to be. And then you can be cobble. Awkward stairs, awkward. But that's okay. Look at that horrific sandstone under there. Oh, see, that already looks better. And if we want to do any, like, do I want to do, I'm trying to be conservative about blocks. Like, I have a bunch of granite ashlar. Like, do I maybe want to make this around the, like, as a transition between the chert ashlar and the granite? I think maybe I do. Yeah, like just a ring of it. So maybe you would be that. Something like that. Especially around the storage. Like, I don't actually want to see these. There we go. I'm not going to worry about what's behind the crates right now. If we did a little bit of that. Because basements are damp, right? There'd be darker stone down here. I like that. I like the ashlar as kind of the borders. I do want to sneak the skulls in here, like over the door. Nice. And I think I'm going to break shelves if I do this. Yep. That's okay. And then this. Because you are on the other side, let's just do you in the blocky ones. What's on my shelves? Oh, I broke all the shelves. Good thing we expanded our inventory so I could pick all that up. Should we do the whole, like, I feel like there should be some sense in the construction here. That's pretty good. I do like the skulls over the door. Makes me happy. Okay. And then if that's the case, let's ring the top in the blocky blocks. I don't think I have enough. Let's see. Holy smokes, we have just enough. Nice, nice. And then these can just be the cobble and the dry stone. Just gradual improvements, right? Damp basements to less damp basement. Where did I have you? Probably right by the door. It's fine for a little starter cellar. The one in the main house will have multiple rooms, actually. We'll have like a wine juicing room. Very nice, very nice. Last one. Okay, and pick all that up. I think we got it all. Yay! And then I want to do the fanned cobblestone. which is a little more tricky because everything in here has gravity. Well, let's put our food back. Are you still good? Yeah, that's right. We made jam. So let's put our shelves back up. And I want to do shelves here. And then this is something I just did in my single player that I thought worked really well. Maybe not there. Maybe we do it all on the back wall. This was a way to get some of my barrels out of the way. So like this is our veggies that are being brined. And it takes... Will you go up there? What'd you do? You went on my back, didn't you? Don't go on my back. Go to the shelf. Thank you. There we go. And we'll remember to check on them, but they're still not ready for another 5 days. So I made these end shelves, and it doesn't affect the status of this room being a cellar, which was the big one. Okay, that's honey. And y'all are our wine. So let's put the wine up on the shelves. Because you can still get servings of wine with the barrels being up here. Lovely. We'll leave the honey for a second. And I think you are empty, so I'm going to just pick you up. Yeah, but you all have food. And I don't think the press has gravity. So this makes it a little easier. And let's put these away. Grab our fan. And I think we want you to be this way. Yes, yes. Pardon me. Here's me taking a Claritin because allergies. Just got that like dry, drippy cough. There's a tickle in my throat. Okay, let's pick you up. And then pick you up, move you over just a little bit. Nice. In fact, I'm going to put the honey right inside the door. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to move the fruit press over this end. Along with your bucket. And I'm going to move these two. Oh no. Really? I know you're trying to be helpful, game, but it's not. Wow, it even switched hands on my hotbar. That might be from a mod, actually. Okay, and if we aim right, we should get everything lined up. Beautiful. And then y'all can go back in your home. Something so satisfying about getting a room redone in this game. I'm actually going to move you over one. And I guess we'll put y'all in here. And you can be a table for helpy things. Is that really all that was down here? I have more shelves. But I feel like we don't really... Maybe I'll put them here. So that if we need them, we have them. And maybe not in this corner. I like the light there. I really should just bring a lantern down here, but... There we go. Light over the door, light on the opposite wall. Tons of shelves for all of our storage. That's pretty good. And I love my barrel shelves up at the ceiling. Almost got pickled turnips and carrots. Very exciting. Okay, let's do this floor. I don't think there's anything here with gravity. Crates don't have gravity yet. Good. And neither do chests. Or beds, for that matter. Now, do I have enough fanned stuff? And what direction should we do it? Probably the same way this room is. Which means... You know what? You're going to be a different direction. Sorry. Because I can't reach. Let's make it this way. And I stand a chance of actually getting it all. Or not. Are we going to care about what it is underneath? Probably not. That's fine. Yeah. Nobody's going to care about that. Okay. Look at that. A basement that's not a bunch of rammed earth. Exciting. And we didn't lose our cellar demarcation. No, that's great. Okay. Okay, Mr. Bed, come with me. That's paintings. That's all my clothes. I think the clothes can stay down here. But I'm also excited about being able to put more crates down here because we need more bulk storage. Painting chest. You can go upstairs with me. Because that's a thing that rarely needs to be accessed. So it can be like, oh look, a cute basket on a windowsill. Same with the jar that we picked up. It's still got some ornamental items in it. Look, you can just go in the corner there and hold some decorative things. Okay, I did pick up that bed. I think this is a good place. I do have spawn point set in beds mod, which is very nice. Now, how do we put a nice kind of separation between the bed and the room? Maybe that's where our scroll storage should go. Like a little wall of scrolls. I think so. This is going to be a disaster. Can I pick you up? Oop. I mean, not like that. Can I like aim at something that's... No. Gonna have to break them. Okay. Disasterville. That's fine. We'll live. See, I was thinking something that simple. What'd I make those out of? Birch. Why? Let's go make some not out of birch. Maybe not pine. Maybe... Can we make them out of aged wood? Possibly? Let us... Oh, I don't have any aged wood to make boards out of. What do we have boards of? Well, I have more birch. I have bald cypress. Walnut? I wonder if walnut would be too purpley. Let's try it. This is decorating decisions with Winnie. That might be nice. That might be a good alternative to the aged. Okay, if I were a scroll holder, I would need a nail and strip and 5 boards. So it'd be a good excuse to use these. And what is it again? Yeah, on the left. In an X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should make a nice low wall that we can put our scrolls in, which is important, but also maybe put something on top of. Oh yeah, I like that. That's nice. It's like the IKEA of Vintage Story. Can I... Yep. And then if we were super cool, and I'm not saying we are, we would put a little divider on the end. Maybe this is where the stripped logs that I wanted to chisel down would come in handy. Let's put our granite away for now. And rammed earth, which I need to just throw out. The chiseled versions. There we go. That's stacked, so I can put you in there. Then we go to my favorite garbage can, which is to stand here and look at the bay and say goodbye. Nice. And shelves. And a... Oh, that's got 1 durability on it. Bye. Do I leave all my chisels in the workshop? I thought I put some in here. Oh yeah, here we go. It's fine. We're fine. I just thought we could do something like this. But not as bulky. So... Oh, and should it be... I don't think it should be out here. I think that's too much into the room. But how do we make it not look... Can we go all the way to the ceiling? Yes. And I want to... Chisley, 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 chisley. And then... That too far? It is. 1 second. What if we did this? You still maintain your texture, right? Yeah, see, this is what I was hoping. Right? We still get the cool, like, narrow oak log look. But it doesn't have to be this thick. We can make a kind of a flat column. It doesn't take up as much room. Visually. Oops, did I... And I did not want to cut those out. Hold, please. I'm gonna have to go back up there and fix that. I only want the 1 layer gone. I'm gonna take a layer off the back side. How? How do I do this? 1 more. Thank you. Can I put that back? Thank you. Right, so we'll get one that matches the width of the scroll racks. And I think How weird is this gonna look? I think that'll be fine. Could I have used the pantograph and copy pasted all of these? Why, yes, we could have. There we go. So it's a little divider. The bed is here, and I can put like a chest. I can bring all the chests of clothing up here. And now this room is big enough to put, you know, 2 high chests long ways for storage. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of them. Which should be more than enough. And then maybe a few more random storagey things that we need. I do have a lantern up here. Yes, yes. And we can put all of our scrolls back. Go to your home. Anything else? No? Good. Let's go make some chests. We could put a little... What have I done here? I'm gonna put like a table in the little bedroom space with maybe one of the ornamental things on it. Pile of books, which is still in here. Yes, and maybe some bookshelves. Do we have enough oak to make some bookshelves? I have 6. Can I make one of you? I need 7. Rude. So rude. It's okay, we have the technology to make more boards. I'm just being very stingy with wood because I know we're gonna need a bunch for building. What was it? I can't ever remember the recipe for the bookshelves. Like that. Let's make 2. Make it a little more inviting, so we'll put a table. Nope. I don't want you to be crooked. Just go in front of the window, thank you. Little pile of books on the table. And then a couple of bookshelves. That'll give us more room for books. That's good. And is there a way to make a... Oops. If I look at these, we can make a wooden table. Like a nightstand. Which comes out the same no matter what. And we'll kind of cram it over here. And then maybe we could put our lamp. Oh, I know. Let's change my mind. Let's leave that up there. Let's grab this little glowy Jonasy part thing that we got. And that looks like a nightlight, right? That's so good. What are you? A ruined cache, whatever that is, but it glows. And then maybe hang one of my favorite paintings. And there we go. Little bedroom nook. Much better than sleeping in the basement. Much better than sleeping in the basement, I think. Right? I think so. I still feel like I have long johns in this outfit. I guess they are. They're woolen pants, aren't they? They are woolen leggings. I'm a Harajuku girl. That's what I am. Okay. Awesome. Let me empty a tiny bit of pockets. Oh, there's no room at the end for you. One chert ashlar block. One granite ashlar. I'm probably more likely to use that. Goodbye. Put our wood up. Hammer and chisel. Put you up, put you up. Have another snack. Put the logs away. Oh, you know, I say that we're about to make a bunch of chests. What do I have? We'll use up the birch planks. The walnut. What else can I use? The bald cypress. Make planks out of you. I'm going to save the walnut since we only have a limited amount. And I'm sure I have a metric ton of pine and stuff in the basement. Let's see. We have 200 pine, 63 birch, a little bit of maple, a bunch of oak. I feel like we should go cut down a forest. Maybe we'll just make what we can with what we have right now. And look at this. I replaced that block because it's inside. But it needs to be a stair. And I just don't... Well, I mean, I guess we could just cut a stair out of it. Is that weird? No, it's vintage story. It'll be fine. So I could go like this. And if we chiseled these, they lose that wonky edge. Like it turns the edge around. That's nice. That's not too bad. Okay. And I could actually chisel in the granite on the top layer of this and you would never know it. Pardon me. Let me grab a cobblestone. And let's hide this. Because we're cool like that. If we added that, added it to the materials and then select it, I can take the little This is so cool. You'd never know it was ashlar under there. I think we really only have to do the tops. I don't think anybody will notice the sides, do we think? Lots of little chiseling projects today. Am I gonna notice? I'm gonna notice. Okay, that's fair. I don't know why it's so much more visible at this level than the one underneath it. I think maybe it's the nature of the ashlar block itself. Okay, look, magic granite stair. You'd never know there's ashlar on the other side of that. Beautiful. Did I take the torch down that was in here? I think I did. I feel like... What do I have in the way of alternative light sources? I guess we'll put another torch down there. Maybe over the door. It's just not very bright down here. And then if I were super smart to clear up space in here, I would grab all these crates that I made. And we can put them in here. Oops. Not crooked, because I don't want to trip on you coming down the stairs. Thank you. So it's a little narrow down here, but now there's a lot more bulk storage for things. Like, I don't even know, shingles, so we can get them out of our metal chest. That would be great. We'll put them up high. Beautiful. Probably rammed earth, now that I'm thinking about it. Because we're kind of moving away from that. And yet, we're going to build a big house, so that'll come in handy. Okay, all chests all the time. Here we come. I want to make a couple of... I want to make a couple of these. So this is where we might cry at how expensive this is, but... I'm just going to use all the wood we have. So it takes 2 big chests with a chisel to make one of these. The decorative high capacity chest. Whew, so it takes 8 chests to make 2 of those. However, worth it. Because I'm going to put my clothes in these. And these 2 together will be... Can I get you open? Oh, this one. There we go. That is a lot of room for clothes. And then we can do the same for maybe some items that live in the window. So in the same amount of space as a double chest, I can get an additional like 18 items, which is great. And fingers crossed that that mod never self-destructs. Also, it'll get this chest out of here. Okay, do we have room for this? Probably not. That's okay. Can you not say we did? There we go. Ridiculous amount of... I'm addicted to the wearables in this, in case that was unclear. Jacob, what's up, friend? How are you? It is cottagecore. This vintage story is kind of like that, right? How are you doing? How's school? What packs are you playing lately? Nice. Okay, give me that. I need to make an armor stand too. I'm going to put accessories in the top one, in case that was unclear. And then shirts and pants in the bottom. We do have one Forlorn Hope helm. We're not wearing any other armor now. I think an armor stand is relatively inexpensive. Aren't you just hay with wood? Yeah, okay. We can do that. Do I have some hay? I do. Do we have some? I think we can use any wood. Yeah, let's use up some of that birch. Some of that birch. And you know what a great place for an armor stand is? On this little ledge. Okay, there's our first piece of good story-based armor. And then we'll start the grand row of chests here. I think I'm going to stick to the double chest for main storage. And we'll use the specialty chest for others. Emo Hans, how's it going? How much is the game and can you customize your character to the max? The game, I believe, is around $25, I want to say. Hold on. It is... You have to go to vintagestory.at. And... yeah, it's 20 euros. Super not expensive. You can buy 4 accounts for 60 if you have a lot of people that want to play. Character customization is... hold on, let me see if I can find the config. Character edit command. Can't find it. But you can change. There are like 20 hairstyles. Especially, there's a brand new version coming out. 1.21 is on pre-release right now. And it adds, like, now there's 30 different hairstyles. Bunch of different skin colors, but they're odd colors. Like greens and blues and pale yellows and things. And then there are probably 200 or 300 items of clothing in the game. But characters themselves are either kind of a masculine-ish or a feminine-ish. They're kind of gender neutral. I think it's really more the hair and things that you choose. And then there's hats and scarves and overcoats and pants and boots and shoes and shirts, and there's necklaces and pins and face masks, bracelets, gloves, and belts. So insane amount of accessories and things for dressing. They're very cool. Yeah, you should totally play it. It's super fun. Now, just fair warning, mine is heavily modded, but the modding is super easy to do. You just log in with the account that you create when you buy the game. Go to vintagestory.db. And you literally click on the mod, download the file while your game is running, and it's like, do you want to install this mod? And you say, yes, thank you very much. There's actually a link in the description to all the mods and all my settings for this particular game setup that we have. Fair warning, I have turned off hostile mobs There's a whole lore around rust creatures here, and I don't have them in the game. But I am not playing on peaceful because animals and things can still wreck my face. Like bears and wolves and such. Hi, piggies! It has shaders built in. You do not have to install anything new. It is all of your graphics, dynamic color grading, contrast, your bloom, your field of view. I'm sorry, God rays, bloom, waving foliage, all that crap is built into the game. It started its life as a Minecraft mod, but eventually it was with the cooperation of the Minecraft devs and some modding devs, it became its own thing. The only thing it shares with Minecraft is that it has blocks. Everything else is very, very different. The crafting systems, the progression, all of it. It's super fun. I know I'm like an infomercial, but I adore this game. Highly recommend. It's challenging, by the way, like without mods and without really changing the settings. Don't let it deter you. It's fantastic. Okay, let's make... I think we'll put big chests up here. It's good. That's very good. Our starter house is looking so good. And I think I'm so happy with the color palette of this that I think our great house may have very similar. We might lean more heavily into the chert. You might not play that other block game forever after playing this. Yeah, okay, great. Thanks for stopping by. Oh no, a chest monster. Yes, Jacob. Okay, we got all kinds. I'm gonna go sit on our porch in the rain. And look at my to-do list. We did so good today. Let's see. The only thing I haven't done is make pies. We should probably do that. We made the path to the smithy. We changed the cellar to be out of stone. I added the lead windows upstairs. We moved the cattails. I made the storage room and the bedroom upstairs. Oh, I forgot to harvest the rye. That's important. Let's do that. And maybe we can make rye bread pies. Are you all ready? You're so close. There's like 1 or 2 that are ready in 1 hour. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's do this. Let's sleep. Let me empty my pockets and sleep. And then we will get up at the crack of dawn and harvest the rye. Nope. Go to your home. Why? Why? I gotta go back to my... Go. There we go. I feel like there's something up here. Yes, the blueberries don't belong there. I'm like, why is there an extra space? Why, game? Put the wood away. Very nice. Put the oak away in our beautiful new non-rocky basement. Oh, and look, I can reach the barrels. They're no longer hidden behind the crates, pardon me. No longer hidden behind a wall. We'll try out our new bed. Well, our moved bed. We'll sleep in a new space here. That's much nicer than the basement. I think. And hopefully we can sleep all the way through the night. We went to bed pretty early. Try to pop up at around 4. There we go. Perfect timing. I kind of want to put rails here, but I kind of don't. Maybe we'll find something that goes there that can go in that space. Okay. Let's harvest some rye, make some flour, make some dough, and bake. Oh no! You're fine, right? It was our first freeze. Okay, it's thawing out. It's fine. Ooh, yeah, it doesn't like below -5. Let's harvest it. Super fast. Ooh, almost ruined my crop by waiting one day too long. I think rye is hardy to, yeah, -12 degrees. So it'll be the first thing we plant in the spring. As soon as we're consistently not hitting a negative. Okay, did we get everything? Yes. Look at that. That's a good haul. It's a very good haul. Oh, I think autumn, the coldness of the seasons is upon us. Okay, that's spelt. Let's just put the rye in the same place. And let's grind a little. Are you gonna go? There we go. Can you let me watch you while you do? No? There we go. You can tab out, if you didn't know, while you're using the quern, like until we have a windmill. Although, to be fair, we might have enough flax and resin to make a tiny windmill. But I think I'm going to hold off on that until we have a big harvest in the spring. And I'm going to try to like progress through the winter, or at least through a month at a time off camera before we stream again. Like, well, next time we come back, hopefully it'll be December, and then January the following day. I have it set to 12-day months, but that winter can be kind of boring if we're not working on a build project. I mean, we do need to work on the house, so I'm not going to skip time this next time, because we're going to work on the floor plan for the big house now that the little one is complete. And we kind of have an idea. And I think I was saying earlier that I want to maybe heavily lean into the chert and slate for the big house. I still like the chert slate granite combo, and that's what's here. Well, the granite we have to go a little further afield to grab, but it is not too far. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for this whole thing to go, but maybe if we get 30. I usually get 40 flour and cook from there for pies, because it takes 2 dough or 4 dough to make a pie. It's slow going. Mm-hmm. So you can AFK grind flour, or lime, or borax, or the other things that can be ground in a quern. Then there's a whole other set of materials that require a pulverizer, pardon me, to grind. All the food works in a quern. And most of the early game, like, materials. Okay, let's finish this up. Then I'll do the rest of that off camera. Okay, other thing we need is agua. And thank goodness we have our panning thing here. So when we combine water with flour, we get dough. And it's a 1-to-1, 1 liter of water with one dough, with one flour gives you 1 dough. Sorry, that's why we're making 10 at a time. Okay, now that we have our dough, this is very cool. It has to be on a table to make a pie, otherwise you just stick it in the oven and make bread. But if you right click on a table with a piece of dough, you get a pie shell, empty pie crust. And then you right click with something to fill it. In this case, we're going to make blueberry pies. And then you right click again to put the lid on it. And then if you take a knife, you can make a fancy top for it. I like to make my pies diagonal. So we're going to do that again. I think it takes 8 blueberries to fill a pie. I love making pies. And this is a great way to have fruit in the winter. Da, 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 da. Right? Look at the expression on Jacob's face. What do you mean you're making pies? I'm making pies. Look at them. They're beautiful. This game, I tell you. I love it so much. And we're out of bread, and I made 10 perfect pies. Now we go outside in the chilliness to our barbecue porchy area, and we light our clay ovens. We have 2 of them for a reason. And once the wood burns up, you can see the temperature in the ovens is climbing. That's very tiny, but like they're up at 150 degrees. They should get up around 250 to 300. And as long as they're above 200, they will cook anything bread related. So cool. So cool. So we wait until the wood disappears. I'm actually not even going to eat my meal. I'm going to save it for pie. And it doesn't take long. Like, it's like a little 60-second cycle. And if they start getting cold, you can always just put more wood in it, light it again. Okay, see how the wood disappears? And now the oven's 278 degrees. We stick a pie in there. And we stick a pie in there. And if we get really close, you can see that the pie starts rising. See it? See it? And it says that it's raw. And then it'll hit another stage of partially baked or half baked. There's part baked. And it's still rising. It's so cool. And our oven temperature is pretty good. And then it'll hit baked any minute now, and it'll change color to a nice golden brown. There it is. And we'll just immediately stick another one in there. And repeat the process. You have to watch things in the oven very closely. Like, it doesn't take long at all for them to cook. It's a very relaxing, like, it's almost as relaxing as watching the pot, like, the pot lid boil while you're cooking other things. So I wouldn't recommend making like 100 pies at a time, but I like the 10 at a time. Seems like and I think you can usually get all 10 baked on one oven run. One oven heat. Okay, it's part baked. Should be baked any second. Oh, and our ovens are still nice and hot. I think a lot of that has to do with the insulation around the block. Are you baked? Not quite. Oh, yep, there it goes. Ovens are still 245 or so. That's pretty cool. I love this. I think doing this as an outside porch area works really well. I don't feel nearly as claustrophobic as I do in a kitchen when I just shove the clay ovens into a corner or something. Like having a dedicated space, because these would be super hot. Right? Okay, that one's part baked. I'm watching them like a hawk. And I'm watching our temperature. I think we're okay. Whip them out of there, throw a new one in. There we go. Still at 230. I think. Yeah, see, they're raw. It doesn't say the temperature you need to cook them, but I know it's above 200 for any bread product. So we might be able to get this last. We'll see. Yep, it's part baked. Part baked. If I'm fast, we'll get this last one baked. Baking pies on a Saturday. Come on. Last one. Okay, here's hoping the ovens stay hot enough. It's gonna be close. 218. Yeah, the pie itself. You see how the blueberry pie is a separate temperature, just like metal does when you smelt it. That temperature has to be above 200 for it to keep baking. And if you leave them in there too long, they become charred, which is fine, but it lowers the food value a little bit. But what it does do is make the expiration date extend. So they will last quite a bit longer if they're allowed to get charred. But I'm going to pull them out of here fresh. Yeah, that was perfect. We got 10 pies baked on one oven run. Now comes the best part. You don't have to set them on a table. But I'm going to. And then if you take a knife, this is how you eat them. Right click them with a knife and it turns them into pie slices. So each serving. 2 pieces of pie is delicious. And you carry those around with you. So like the slices of pie are good for 11 days, which is even better than like food in a crock pot. Well, in this case, it's a cooking pot. But even food in a crock is only good for 5 or 6 days in your inventory. Unless we're in the dead of winter. But pies are good for 11 days, just sitting around. And if I probably should make a pie shelf. Let's do that. Because I believe they last longer on the pie shelves. Because we have shelf addicted or something, whatever it's called. Let's see. I just need to search pie shelf. Pie shelf. Pie/cheese shelf. Oak. Yeah, just a run. And 2 should hold everything. And if we were cool, maybe we should put these down here. instead of the... Because the Crocs are easy to see. Okay, so on the shelves, the pies are good for 47 days. And how about in a storage vessel? They're also good for 47 days. So you could do either one. I like them on the shelves. Yeah, this slows down food. Okay, Jacob, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to talk to you. So these are good for 46 days, which is fantastic. And they look really cool on the shelves. Here, I'm going to move these guys up here. And this one over here. Like so. Right, so we have pies. So good. So good. I don't think we'll need to have much more than that. Let's put this up. What else do I have that I have not put away? The extra bucket. Which somehow... And then I think I'm gonna put all of our berries in the rot chest to get rot for compost, because we need to treat our fields during the winter to get their P and K and whatever up. But we'll have to do that next time, because that's all I have time for today. Oh my, we did a lot. Harvested the rye, made pies. That was everything on my list. It's a miracle. It's the second time this week I have done in a stream all the things I had on the list to do. It's amazing. Thank y'all very much for watching today. You really make this fun and entertaining for me as well, and I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the stream, please leave a like. It does help me out, and I appreciate that as well. In the meantime, remember, you are all the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye.